Everybody, welcome here to my channel. DJ Styles here, Custom Corpses. Okay, I have the master filled or foam filled master foam filled latex mask to show you guys. Kind of trying to do this because and I did a little bit of repair with latex where there were little holes. See on top of the ear there, and along the neckline it was a little rough. Underneath the chin, I got a couple spots that have little bubbles. But this is the master copy. There's a couple, you'll see the little spots all over the place and there's a couple on the ear. I'm sorry, I'm holding. What's up, Crusher? This is it, man. This is the mask. Let me get into a better light so you can see it. I'm holding the phone this time. So that's the master copy. That's foam filled. You see, I got it foam filled underneath. It's all foam filled. It's pretty stiff. You know what? Let me put my phone on the stand. It's just a little easier. I'll put my phone on the stand. Hold on. I got to put that head down, and I got wet latex on it, on the little holes that are filled. Hold on. Hey, 2 people on here today already? I just went on. Okay, let me lower this because I'm only going to show you what I've been doing. Let's see. Let's put this way because the light needs to hit the mask. Now this is the foam-filled mask. All right. This is just drying. A little bit of air bubble trouble, and I fixed those. I just have to use my Dremel tool after I get done doing that, and then Dremel off the excess. It fills in the little gaps, and then this becomes the master copy, so I can make another stone mold from here. Now, why it's so important is because this is now 2 inches smaller than the original sculpture. So this just, when I make the mold, I gotta wait about a week because I want this to really shrink up as much as possible. Once I let this shrink up, you see how it's turning like pinkish underneath of here? I need this whole mask to look almost that color. Doesn't have to be perfectly to that point, but it has to be close. Once it gets to that point, then this will be ready for remolding, and then we'll have this version, which will be roughly about a 25-inch mask. What do you think, guys? This is the master copy, and we will have this in production probably in the next 2 weeks. And Crusher, you're getting your mask. I will send you out a mask as soon as I have the smile. Oh yeah, did you tell me what size you need? Most people need the small, the 25 inches. Let me give you, for instance, the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2018 mask. That is exactly about 24 inches. And mine are just a little bit bigger. It's an inch bigger, my small version. So, and then here's the logo. It's embedded in the back of the head. Now with the logo, what's cool about this is I put my hairline right about here, right between the logo, and then that's what drips down over top. So nothing interferes with the logo underneath, and then the next hairline's above the Custom Corpses. So it's cool. You can flip it up. You'll be able to see the logo if you need to. I don't think anybody's going to look at the logo. I don't think anybody cares. But yeah, that's it. This is the finished foam-filled Night Creeper 78. Night Creeper 78. Once I sand down the hard spots there, you know, the wet spots, which they'll be dry in a couple hours, and then I'll sand them down with my roto. And I'm going to show you something else I'm doing. I'm fixing my brother's mask because when I pulled that out, because of the leakage in this mold, hold on, let me put this guy down. Got to put him down. Such a cool, man, I love this. This is going to be a perfect retirement business. It really is. You know, now the hard part is getting the molds. You know, you sculpt it, then you do the molds. Uh-oh. Okay, we don't want no lag. How about now? Is it any better? It might be a little better because I'm jumping around. Is it okay now? Okay. All right, that's because I was fumbling around, taking the phone off and moving the camera all over the place. Okay. So the inside of this ear was like literally torn. Remember I showed that in the other video? Well, I put a sealant on the outside. I sealed it with a little bit of latex on the outside. Then I'm filling inside the ear there, making it nice and thick so I can shape that outer ear and bring it back to what it was. And along that whole seam line, as you can see, I still have to flip this once this stiffens up really good, and I don't have to worry about it leaking. Probably in an hour or two, I'm going to put this upright, and then I'm going to fix that seam all the way around. I have the seam fixed from here up to about right there, and then I got to flip this thing over and do the other side of the seam and make it nice and firm. And this is my brother's mask. I don't want to waste latex, and I wasn't going to this is a very thick mask. See how thick that is? It's about an eighth inch thick. That's the edge of it right there. And that's about as thick as you can make a mask. You can't really make it any thicker than that because latex creates a barrier. It only gets to a certain point where it absorbs the moisture. Once the shell is kind of dry, I found that I've never seen a mask thicker than an eighth inch. All the masks, this is a real thick mask. I made that purposely for my brother because I want it to last a long time for him. He keeps it on the shelf pretty much most of the time anyway. But when that really thickens up and stiffens, it'll almost sit on itself with no problem. And my mask flipped over here. Hopefully that doesn't hurt it, but it's okay. Nothing I can't fix. Yeah, anybody that says you can't fix latex masks, they're full of it. You can. It can be fixed. So what's happening, Crusher? Talk to me. What are we doing today? It's lagging now. Oh. Yeah, better. Yeah, well, the logo, it will be under the hairline. You might be able to see the 78 a little bit, but the logo will be under the hairline. Yeah, you need a small. Okay, that's cool. Yes, finally. Are you kidding me? I've been waiting so long, Crusher, to get this thing finished. April, I was actually ready to do it. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that I didn't do it in April because I was able to critique the sculpture to bring it in even better. I kept changing the lips. I kept changing the jawline a little bit. The chin, I changed the chin a little bit. The chin was too flat, originally when I first I was like, something just didn't look right. So I fixed all that, and I really think I got a home run here. You guys tell me. I can't wait to get this in your hands. I can't wait. I don't know if you play Michael Myers. Oh, the other thing I want to ask you is, do you want a thin cast or a thick cast? Crusher won a mask. I forget how we did that. We did something. and I forget what happened, but Crusher won a mask, and a free mask, and I'm going to send him out a free mask once I get it in production. I have to get one on eBay first, and then I'm going to send you out the second copy once the new master's made from this latex mask right here. I'll make a master mold. Yeah, I want to get anybody like these balls. Haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, haven't seen him in a while either. Maybe he's just busy working. It's that time of the year. I mean, around here, Crusher, whereabouts do you live? I'm in South Jersey. Where am I sending this mask? You're going to have to send me a private message on your exact address, but to get a general idea. Hell yeah, I want anybody that gets this mask to promote it. Yeah, definitely. So what state do you live in, Crusher? How's that? Let's just leave it at that. It'll give me a general idea of shipping costs. Do you live in the States? That's another issue. Because sometimes things like this can take months to get into your hands if you're in Europe or something. Puerto Rico, yes. Well, that's part of the United States still, so wow. We'll have to see what the shipping is, sending to Puerto Rico. Well, see, the mask is pretty light. Once it's haired and everything, I think it comes in under about 3 pounds. Now, the question is, do you want a thick poured mask or do you want a thin poured mask? Do you want something that's thinner than that 1/8 inch, or do you want it thick? If you're not wearing the mask, I would recommend thick. If you're wearing the mask, I would go a little thinner. That's just a matter of letting it dwell a shorter time. I'll let it dwell in the mold for probably 2 hours instead of 3. 3 hours usually gives you about an 1/8 inch thick, maybe 4 hours, 3.5. Yeah, get another coveralls. Now, with the coveralls, what's your favorite movie? Do you want to use it? You want to dirty it up to look like The Kills? Do you want to dirty it up to look like, the original? I mean, the original really wasn't dirty other than grease until he got shot 6 times. We actually counted 7 shots in the original film. So it was interesting little tidbit of information. Useless information. Don't you love it? So, yeah, so anybody else on there, you lost weight. Hey, I'm in that boat too. I'm actually working on getting my weight down now. I have to get this weight off. I can't stand living like this. Not to play Michael Myers. That'll never happen anyway. I wish I could, because when I was young and I was thin. I was built same size. I'm 5'10". I had a 32-inch waist, 34-inch waist. I don't know what the hell it was. It was thin. I was ripped. I was in good shape. Played semi-pro football. I used to run between 6 and 10 miles every other day, and hit the weight room on the off days. So I was pretty ripped. Them days are long gone. That was 30 years ago. Anyway, developed all kinds of health issues, and that's what stopped me cold. Well, Crusher, you're also younger. All right, that's the thing. When you're older, your metabolism is so slow. No matter what you do, I mean, I'm eating salads. Literally eating salads. Nothing. Everything I'm eating is not out of a box. Everything is either grown or it's live kill. It's either, and I don't eat a lot of red meat. because I just don't like the way I feel when I eat it. So it's oatmeal in the morning. And I mean only 2 ounces. I do fruit with it, like berries. I don't do anything else other than berries. It's the only fruit that I have because of the antioxidants that are in it. Let me see, what else do I do? Mid-lunch, I do a fruit snack or some kind of fruit. And then lunchtime, I'll have maybe a turkey burger. And they're delicious because I make my own ground turkey. I buy a fresh turkey and grind it up. Not a frozen turkey. I get a fresh one. There's a farm close to me that I can get them. Yeah, I have all the access to really being healthy. I do. I live in South Jersey, and we're known for our vegetables. In the summertime. Wintertime, well, that's another story. Everything's imported. But I usually hit the local farm markets and get my vegetables from them. And I do a lot of vegetable. I like to roast a lot of vegetables. I like to roast them. It's just easier. I do that roasting. My carrots, celery, turnips, beets. God, you name it. I throw it in there. Mushrooms. I throw all these vegetables in there, and I lightly salt it. A little bit of pepper. I use what they call Smart Balance butter, which has got omega-3s in it, so it's really, it's the kind of fat your body needs. I don't eat eggs too often. I don't know, they don't agree with me. I get nauseous when I eat too many eggs, and I just don't like them that much. So, egg whites don't bother me. It's when I put them yolks in there, it really irritates the hell out of me. So, yeah, I'm trying to get really healthy, and I'm, get myself. I figure I'm 60 years old. I turned 60 the end of this month, June 29th. That's when I turned 60, and I will be. I want to be in better shape so I can at least do this for 20 years. I would love to do this until I'm 80 years old. I really would. Maybe at some point I'll have to have somebody help me with the mold process because that's heavy work. You're lifting those molds, and they're like 150 pounds, some of those molds. That one there that I made that's right behind that pole, that thing weighs about 150 pounds. It's not light. I had to make a very thick mold with that. Yeah, it's all about health, man. And if you can keep yourself real healthy all through your life, then you get hit by a bus. No, am I kidding? Eat right, drink right, stay fit, and die anyway. That's my new philosophy in life. Oh, shit. We're all like on this planet. We really are, man. We're so, no matter what nationality, no matter what race we are, we all bleed red. And it kills me when I hear all this racist crap that's on here because I get so aggravated. I have my brother-in-law's black. I've got all kinds of, there's a montage. I've got American Indian in me. I have a lot of American Indian, but I also have a splash of European in me too. So I'm a mutt. I have a lot of things in me. But I see all this racism stuff, and it just really irritates me because they're pushing it, and it's not necessary. I thought we got over this crap. To me, I don't know. I think racism is stupid. It's a very stupid thing to be. Just ignorant. I think we can learn more from each other, especially I love different recipes and different foods, the different come on, what's the word? Escapes me. Just the traditions. It's funny. My cousins were Italian. Well, at least the father was. My aunt was not, but she married into a real Italian family, and they do the thing called the Seven Seas on Christmas Eve. Where a smorgasbord of seafood. And man, I love that tradition. I'm a seafood lover anyway. But boy, oh boy, you go over there on that night, you never eat better. Shrimp, lobster, calamari. Oh my God, she had it all out. The clams, everything coming out of that ocean. She had really good, expensive. Oh yeah, yeah. Getting hungry. I know. Uh, I'm not though. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. You know that. I. I've eliminated sugars out of my diet. The minute I start, as soon as that completely left my my palate, all my desires, all my cravings disappeared. And now I'm satisfied when I eat a small thing of oatmeal. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go make some in a few minutes. Don't want to go without it too long, because then my sugar can drop. So I went to the doctor's the other day. Guess what my blood pressure is at this age? You're going to die. I don't know. Hopefully you guys know what the blood pressure, what a healthy one is compared to a bad one. Well, my blood pressure came in at 120 over 78. And the doctor looked at me and he went, as big as you are, I would never have thought that. He says, you got the blood pressure of a 20-year-old. So, thank God. Yeah, so, I mean, one side of my family is a short life, and the other side of my family is a long life. Well, I'm trying to go the long route. My dad died on his side of the family. Well, that's not true. No, here it is. His mother, he looked a lot like his mother, my dad. And he had all the traits of my grandmother. And she died at the age of 42 with bone cancer. My dad died at the age of 56. But his father lived to 78. But he didn't look anything alike. They didn't look anything alike. My grandfather was taller. It's just weird. It's just weird. One side of the family versus the other. Yeah, it's just a crazy thing. We're genetically connected. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's our whoever we are, we're part of two different people, two different families. And I laugh when somebody says I had this conversation with somebody once. I was looking at something. It was off in the distance here. Like, what in the world is that? It was a big squirrel jumping from tree to tree. Only the branch that he jumped on went all the way down to over here on my left. Anyway, it's kind of funny. I think he fell out of the tree. So anyway, what was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. See, that's a senior moment. I get a senior moment every once in a while. Guess it wasn't that important. Wasn't that important. Brain fart. So, I keep getting somebody jumping on and jumping off. That might be just the signal. This deck has got to be cleaned up. Well, we had to cut away. See this portion? This used to go all the way out, even with that, 16 feet across and then back in. We had to cut this section of deck out because our septic bed is right in here. And we replaced our septic system, and I moved the septic bed all the way past the porch, all the way out here. It went from here to out there. And that's why you see this deck unrepaired. And because I took off the summer, I planned on fixing this deck this summer. But the more I thought about it, I need my workspace. So it's like really tough to do this work in the summertime. So what I decided to do was I'm going to move this work I want it to get done. I've got to fix this. I got to repair this deck. It's sinking. Oh, I'll show you. I'll cut everything out. I'll do it on the film. I'll definitely come back and do it on film. Let me show you. Let me show you something though. All right. When I cut the eyes, I don't cut the back. I cut right on the edge, right where the fold is. That's where the cut is. It's not sunk back. Your cut is right on the edge. Right where your, I wish I had a little, just like literally right there is where I make my cut. Right on that edge. And I file that all the way around. That's how you cut that out. And I use best kind of scissors. I love these scissors. I'll show you them real quick. They snip real easy. Let me show you these. These are like fabric scissors. A couple times cutting eyes out though. They no longer become fabric scissors because fabric is. Okay, see these little suckers right here? Now they're like $30, these little things. But boy, they cut nice. And they got this big spring right on the back of it. And the way you lock them, so cool. You just slip this up. What'd you say, 30? 30. I'm not sure what you meant, 30. Oh, 30 US dollars. 26 US dollars, somewhere's in that area. But these are, look how fine that point is. Come on, focus. Gotta get it to focus. I need a closer, there you go. And you need that real sharp point. Yeah, the big old fat gut. Oh well. That's getting slender. I lost 18 pounds since my last doctor's visit. So that's working. Yeah, you want them real sharp points on those scissors. You need a really sharp point. And the way you do it is you pinch your legs and you kind of tug on it a little bit. You tug on it just a little bit and you snip it. Just snip it with the tips of that scissor. You snip the tip all the way around and you try to be as straight as possible because you don't want to have, you don't want those weird, like little rigid, you don't want a rigid cut because it looks bad. So you want a nice smooth cut. But yeah, that's going to be my brother's mask once that cures and is stiff enough to where I can start cutting out the eye holes and everything. I have to fix the inside yet. I still got to fix his mask. Tomorrow, I'm going to mold this. I'm going to make a... Sure, I'll show the process. I fought with that mold. And it kept leaking. I was stuffing clay into it. And it just made it really hard to try and, video everything that I did on top of, trying to make sure it came out okay. I did not want to mess that up. So I forfeited some of the process and getting it on video. So I kind of like in demolding it and all that stuff. I didn't show the process of demolding, but what you do basically is you unstrap the mold and you want to pull the mold apart a little bit, and then you break the latex free from the walls of the mold, and then you just pull it out, and then you got to trim. Yes, I'll do that. Now see what I usually do with the ear holes and the nose is I turn the mask inside out. And see, in the nose holes, it's sunk in, and it's like this little dimple in there. So you don't want to cut all the way to the entrance down here. You want to cut the nose hole on the inside tip, so this way you don't see the holes too well. You don't want to see the inside of the holes. And believe me, all you need is a little bit of. Now, I don't. Some people like the slit in the mask, like the lips. Some people want the slit. I don't usually put the slit in there because I think it affects the way it looks. It can actually, if I don't let the mask cure for like 2 months before I make the slit, it can actually deform the mask a little bit. It can, because as it cures, the mask does shrink. And the problem is if you cut those slits too soon, the eye holes are fine. It's that mouth and chin area, especially when you're wearing it. I don't know. Some people like to cut the slit. Me, I don't care. You could do or do without, as long as you have room. If your face is really snug inside there, then I would recommend getting the mouth slit cut. Do you want your mouth slit cut, or do you want the slit in the mouth, or don't you? Crusher. Do you want the slit in the mouth cut open, or do you want, because all it is just all I do is I take a razor knife and I just slit that mouth. Okay, I'll leave it shut. Now, it's all you need to do if you decide that you want that you want that slit to open up. You want the slit in there. You just use a razor knife. Use a razor knife, X-Acto knife, or whatever, and just make your slit right in there. But you don't want to make it all the way across your lips. I'm going to show you right now on this mask. I only, right in the center, that's all I make my slit. I don't go all the way out to here. I make it about that big. That's all I make the slit. Just a little bit past the flare outs here. That's all I make the slit, because you go all the way out to here, then it can create rips later on, and as the mask ages, it can create a rip inside your seam here. TOTS 78.1 have it right now. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, I'll do the ear holes, the nose. That's just taking that scissors and snipping off that little nipple. That's all that is. You definitely have to be able to hear. You don't want a mask without the ear holes cut out, that's for sure. And my mask kind of lines up perfectly with the human ear. Because, wait a minute, let me see what you said there. The TOTS 78 have the mouth hole, if I'm not wrong. No, the TOTS 78 does have a slit in the mouth. Yeah, it does have the slit. The TOTS 78, the one that they came out with a couple years ago. Yeah, that has the slit in it. Sorry I'm not doing much out here today. I'm just letting this stuff dry so I can grind this off. Yeah, now that mask is big. I never measured it though. I used to have a copy of it, and then guy wanted it so bad. I was like, because I overhauled it, and it looked really good. And I actually overhauled it twice, but I never filmed it the second time, and it looked really good. And the guy was like, "Oh man, can you sell me that? Can you sell me that?" Who am I to say no? Who am I to say no to $300? He wouldn't let go. He was like, he was not going to leave me alone. He just, I showed up at the store with it. I put it up on and I showed
the store owner, and he loved it. I rehaired it. I did a lot to it, you know. So the guy was like, "Oh man, I gotta have this. I gotta have this." I said, "Well, make me an offer." His first offer I bid on because he said 300. I said, "Sold." But oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday when I was doing the mask? I kept doing a shout out who I think is probably the best overhauler in the business, right next to, come on, Nick Malpagano. I like this guy's overhaul just a little bit better, but Nick, I don't know, it's Nick's just as good. I just they're both great. They're both great, but I think why this guy wins is because of his hair jobs. The hair on, and it's not so much the styling of the hair, it's the type of hair that he uses. I wish he would reveal that secret to me. His name is Rodney Parm. Look up this guy, Rodney Parm, and man, his overhauls look amazing. You know, he does a lot of nag masks. They'll send it to him, and he overhauls them. He doesn't make masks; he just overhauls them. But his paint jobs are amazing. Yeah, the hair is. It's not just the styling; it's the type of hair. The type of hair that he uses, it actually looks like human hair. Looks like real human hair. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, even if it's synthetic, I want the hair to look real. I'm looking for that look. I really love that look. It's got a dirty, matty, but yet it's got a flowish. It flows. You know, the mohair might be, you know, what he's using. I don't know. I don't know what it is because I'm not a real hair expert. You know, I was turned on by I was turned on to a company called Woolery.com, and that was Alan Hops sent me to them, and he told me to get the fin top. That's one of the hairs he uses, and when I say fin top, it's Fin, two words, Fintop. And I got it, but it's very, very, very thin hair. It's a thin wool. It's not hair. And you get quite a bit. It's like $18, $19 a bag, and you get like 250 grams. You know, it's pretty hefty amount. You know, but my problem with it is it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't look. I guess it looks okay. I don't know. I'll show you a couple of the masks that I did with the fin top. You know, not for a Michael Myers mask. I don't know. I like something that looks more realistic to real hair. Todd's Trick or Treat Studios. Trick or Treat Studios has a. Now, Crusher, are you going to rehaul it yourself, or are you gonna send it off to somebody? Reach out to Rodney Parm. Trust me. Reach out to Rodney Parm. I don't know what he charges for his overhauls, but man, they're awesome. I made a sweet deal with him because he loves my mask, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta have that." I said, "Simple. I'm going to send you two blanks, and if you do if you do my overhaul for my personal mask, and you get to keep the other one." Can you get the liquid latex? And you got to have mask latex. You can't use the liquid latex that they sell at Spirit of Halloween. It's too thin. You have to make sure it's mask latex. Yeah, his overhauls look amazing. I really like his paint schemes. Rodney Parm, that is. He really ages the mask nicely. Just really gives it a very, especially around the eye areas. And it looks really good. Rodney Parm. I just spoke to him yesterday. Well, I texted him. I was texting with him. We were talking about, you know, maybe I can send off a couple masks to him. He gets to keep one if he overhauls one for me. And when he sends it back, I'll pay for shipping and all that fun stuff, because the shipping right now is out. It's just insane. I don't usually put. I don't know if he does or not. I honestly, the way I looked at that, I guess some of it's airbrush and then some of it isn't, because it doesn't. I don't know. I think to get airbrush, to me, it blends too smoothly. All right. And when I say blending, think of a human face doing makeup, a woman doing makeup, and it's all about the blend. Well, on the Michael Myers mask, it's all about the dirt and the grime. And, the shadowing, yes, you have the shadowing, but you're not. You're getting more of the dirt and grime that's in there, and I think the only way you can achieve that is with a brush or rag on, or you know what I mean. So that to me is, and use a real fine makeup brush to bring in your shadowing. You're shadowing with a real fine makeup brush. And a very dry brush. That's the way I would do it. Yeah, Crusher, I think getting latex sent to you down there, if you don't have it in Puerto Rico, the mask latex, and you have to import that, man, the weight, it's 40 pounds for a 5-gallon bucket. And that'll give you an idea of what your pricing is going to be. So you might want to, you might have to order it from here. I would say from you, the best place to go is Biddy Mold, because it's in Texas. And, Texas is closer to you than, say, up north here. So it's always, you always want to order from the closest place possible to you. But I would go to Biddy Mold. What did you say? I'm pretty sure there has to be somewhere. Well, Google it and see what you can come up with. See if you can find some in Puerto Rico. But it has to be mask latex. Or casting latex. No, don't, no. Just say mask latex. It has to be mask latex. Because sometimes casting latex, that can be casting what? Prosthetics, no, just say mask latex when you're doing your search. I buy it from Biddy Mold in Texas. So the shipping is a little expensive. I actually have the urethane rubber on its way here now. Should be here by Friday. But, and that's when I'm going to make my master copy of this, my 78, from that mold that was leaking all over the place. I'll be making a master mold out of that, a master copy of this mask from that mold. And once that mold has been treated for the urethane rubber, the mold is no good. It won't absorb moisture anymore. So, and I'll show that process. I do show this. In one of my videos, I show the whole process of making a urethane mold. Master copy, I'm sorry, a urethane master copy. I show the whole process. And it's on my videos. You just have to find it. You have to look for the one. You'll see the yellow. You'll see the yellow stuff that I'm working with, the urethane. Just look on the. But I go through the whole thing, treating the surface of the mold. You have to paste wax that. There's a paste wax that I get from Biddy Mold. And what else do I do? I have to use a release agent. I think it's a 2300 release agent. Yeah, and then because Urethane rubber will stick to the mold. Urethane rubber will stick to the stone like glue. And if you don't release it right, you will not have any success with your mold, your master copy. Urethane rubber does pick up every detail, just like the latex does. Picks up every, but your release agent is so important. The process there is the most important part. So, without a release, you got a nightmare. So the foam, I did video the foam. Did you guys watch the foam? The foam process? Yeah, I didn't really get to show you guys me mixing it. The next time I will. I'll put it in front of the camera and do it. Let me check this out and see how this is drying. Yeah, it's not ready yet. It's almost ready, but it's still too soft. See, I use a a Dremel, and I use this tip on my Dremel, and it's a little aggressive, but it's fairly soft, and I use that to smooth out my surfaces. You know, what's inside the mask is, and you can get that at Bitty Mold too. It's a variable density foam, and the foam is this. That's really soft. Oh, hold on. All right, but it's firm enough to really fill the mask. You don't want a real hard foam inside your latex mask, because that can blow out your features. That can make your features, you can lose all your features, because a hard, stiff foam will destroy your features. So I always say stay with a variable density foam that's soft. And that is called T266. T266. Variable density foam. It's made specifically to foam fill masks. Latex mask. It's what they use for like prop heads and stuff when they foam fill them. That's the same stuff. It's T266. And there's a ratio is, all right, 100 grams to 30 grams. But it depends on your climate. Because you're down there in Puerto Rico, you can get away with 30 grams versus 100, into 100 grams. Part A, Part B. It's a Part A, Part B mix, 100 grams to 30 grams. So, because you're down there, you can use the 30 grams. Being up north here, I have to go a little heavier on the 30, on the Part B or whatever it is. It's either Part A or Part B. I bring mine all the way up to 50 grams to versus 100. But you can't go any higher than 50 grams. So it's 100 grams to 50 grams in my region. Down by you, it might be 100 to 30, depending on the humidity, the heat. That has everything to do with it. Now, like I said, to fill this mask, it took about 600, and it took a total of 600 grams. So I had 400 grams, and I did a 100 to 50 ratio. So I did 400 grams of Part A and 200 grams of Part B. And that gave me 600 grams. And that's a 100 to 50 ratio. 100 to 30 ratio would be less. It would probably be about, let me see, 4 times 30, 120. All right, so my head's not thinking straight right now. I have to eat. I'm no mathematician. Yes, I am. Pretty good. All right. Well, it's going to be less. It's going to be less. Your weight's going to be less, but you'll still get that. You'll still get that same amount. I don't know though. Actually, you want to bring it up to 300 grams. To fill this mask, it's about, and this is a large mask. This is going to shrink up to about 27 inches. in total when it's done. And when I recast it into stone, that's going to shrink again another 2 inches, and that'll give me a 25-inch mask for you guys. So, and the way I like to treat my latex, I always keep cornstarch on it. You know, once I'm done, I shelf this thing, and you know, I always cornstarch. You can't do anything to the inside because of the foam, but the foam actually protects the inside of the latex. But use a lot of cornstarch on your surface to preserve and keep it dry. Don't, if you're sweaty and stuff, don't touch your mask, because human sweat can destroy latex. It really does. And that's why it's important every time you wear your mask and you're you know, you go out, whether you're involved in a Halloween, you want to make sure you clean that mask out real good with just plain old water, soap and water. Nothing too harsh though. You don't want a real harsh soap. Dawn soap works good. Use Dawn, and then just use a little Dawn soap and water and clean out your mask every time you use it, and then repowder it. So clean it out with some soap and water, then dry it, let it get nice and dry, then throw some more cornstarch. I use cornstarch. I think it's the best. It really absorbs moisture. So you throw your cornstarch back in there and your mask will last you a long time. Latex only lasts probably about 25 years is about your shelf life. If your mask is thicker, it'll last you a little longer, maybe 30 years. But some people, I don't know though, I've seen some people that, and you have to keep it out of direct sunlight. I'm out here on the porch with this right now, but this isn't done curing, so I'm probably getting ready to take that in the house so I don't have any more damage to that. I'll throw some, as soon as I Dremel it, I'm going to take it in, powder it. You will buy Yeah, well, that's important. You know, you want a display case. I think the ones I love the best are the ones that are, you know, what do they call them? The dome acrylics. We got some nice dome acrylics that you can do that are specifically for masks. You know, I made mine, but acrylic's so expensive right now. I don't recommend it. It cost me about $400 of material to make a really big. Crusher? Did I ever show you my display? Crusher? Did I show you my my original display? It has the pumpkin lit up. I put a flame bulb in a pumpkin. I cut the pumpkin out. Yes, from the first mask. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Let me see if I'm going to go inside real quick and I'll take a look at it and see what. Wait for the stuff to cure anyway. I can't do anything until it stiffens up. Hold on, let's go inside here for a minute. Yes, the pumpkin, the leaves. Yeah, that thing's. I know, I'm looking at the floor. I got to clean my house. That's the problem. Okay, so I have. The only thing I wish I didn't do was put too much of this blood on here, on the casing, because it's just a little too much. It blocks the view too much of the hair. There's the Custom Corpses 78, Night Creeper 78. And all I have to do is take that mask out, or I can take the case off, and I'm going to put the new mask in there. That's going to be cool. people constantly want me to. They want to sell that. They want me to sell this display. I'm like, you have no idea how much work went into this. I'd have to sell this display probably for at least $1,500 to justify selling it, because the acrylic costs so much money. Between the acrylic, yeah, it changes. I have a, see how it's changing the light? I have it set to where it changes colors. No, maybe I don't. No, it's changing. It's just mildly. You can see the hairstyle. Now, see, that's the hair that I'm talking about. That's the wool from Woolery. Yeah, it's okay. It's just, I don't know. But I can't wait to put the new mask in here. That'll be a nice display. And this is a foam filled. Anybody want this foam filled original? I'll give it to them. They pay for shipping. You can have it. Yes, I made the pumpkin. That has a flame bulb in it, and it's flickering. It's you can't really see the flicker if you're looking at the pumpkin itself because it's too bright. But you see this light hitting this. See how it's flickering? You know, you can see it. Yeah, well, I cut the eye holes out, you know, to really replicate the original Halloween pumpkin, and it looks cool. It does. It really does. It looks cool. Yeah, that's my first mask, and you know what? And collectors pointed out, and they were correct. The eye holes were too big. The eye holes were too big. AMS Studio. Thank you, AMS. Yeah, that's my company name, Custom Corpses. It's on the mask, the Night Creeper 78. That's already on the mask. That's on the back of my masks. On this one, it's not, because I didn't sculpt it in. I was like, I don't have time for that. So I put leaves on the bottom here, you know, fall, and, you know, had the logo. There's LEDs underneath of this, and they're just set at red. And then there's strip light right on top here. It's right over top of the mask. It's just taped up underneath, and it's LED light strip, and it's on the case. And it's kind of positioned in such a way where the light splashes down right over the front of the mask. But that's my first attempt at the Michael Myers mask. It's okay, but it's nothing like the new one. You know, I like the new one. I think I really have it nailed. I just don't think I can get any better than that. Actually, that's how I feel. I don't think I can do a better job with that mask. So with that being said, no point in going any further with it. 31st Night Studios. I have a couple masks. Hold on. This damn thing fades away. I wish the comments would stay up. I have a couple masks out right now. I'll look you up, AMS, definitely. I can't wait to check you out, man. As a matter of fact, I'll go in my studio right now. Why don't we go on there and check out AMS, and I'll put it right on my video feed here. What do you think? We're going to advertise for AMS. AMS Studios, right? Isn't that what you said? I share the knowledge. I'm 60 years old. I look at people and I say, okay, if you want to get into the mask business and you know you really have the raw talent to do it, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Hang on, I'm going to put the phone down. I know you're going to see the messy desktop. But I got to move my chair in because, and I got to lower it. Give me a sec. Sucking wind here. Shouldn't be breathing that hard. Okay. Pull this in. Close this out. I don't want to close it. I just want to shrink it. Okay. I don't have a stand in here. I wish I had a stand. I might as well plug this in while I'm sitting in here. I'm going to plug the phone in. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. That's another project this summer I've got to do. I got to get my studio done. Got to get it clear. AMS. Okay, so now there's, after I demolded the Night Creeper, there's the original sculpture right there in monster clay. See how the ears got destroyed? Well, and the lips, nose, the flare outs on the nose got a little messed up. Yeah, this is my original right here. Let me see if I can turn this around. This was my attempt at Kills mask. That was my attempt at the Kills mask. Now, the only problem I didn't like about this Kills was, you see how the eyes are cut in further here? All right. These are bulging out too far. This is bulging out too far. It looks too, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. See it? See the difference? Look at the eye cuts. All right. It looks good dead on. When you're looking at it dead on, it looks pretty good. But when you're looking at profile, it's not there. But the details are all there. I got to cut, you know, all this, you know, the ears. You always have issues with the ears. Okay. The best way to practice ears, and I still say this, it's very important to do this, is just put a flat piece of clay on a tabletop or something and just literally carve out your ears. Just practice with the ears. Ears to me, I think, believe it or not, the nose is harder. The nose is harder than the ears. I don't know why, but it's because the nose has such subtlety. Like in here, like I made sure I changed this. See how that's rounded and the nose looks a little too big and it looks a little too flared out. Where on this sculpture, I narrowed that flare out. I made the nose a little, I instead of having like one width here, it's smaller. The nose is smaller. It looks more proportioned. The ears, they can be difficult. I mean, it just depends on the person. I'm not a big fan of hydrocal, and it's because hydrocal you can't layer. Do yourself a favor, unless you're just okay with it. The mouth, I don't know. I think the mouth is, I can't say that because, man, I kept changing the mouth over and over again. The perspective from the mouth to the chin. I like Ultra Cal 30 because Ultra Cal 30, you can layer. You don't have to do it all in one shot. Hydrocal, you have to do it all in one shot. In other words, your whole mold has to be done in one shot. You can't layer it because it doesn't stick to itself. It won't stick to itself as it cures. Ultracal sticks to itself, and I believe it's harder. It's actually a harder surface. And I always add burlap into my molds, so this way, they don't get. Yes, and if you're dealing with this, I honestly feel like you should go the extra mile and try to get the Ultra Cal. This way, you're not really like putting yourself in a corner where you have to get that mold done all in one shot, and that really sucks. So I like to. All right, so we want to. All right, give me your your business again. I'm gonna look you up here real quick. Are you, if I Google you, well, is it your website or is it YouTube? Jesus, man, notifications are going nuts on me. Go away. 5 people. Hello, hello world. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna find you here. All right. So let me see. AMS Studio. AMS Studio. 31st Night Studios. Okay, is that your website? Instagram? I really don't do Instagram. I should though, shouldn't I? It's just I'm not real good at it. I'm not real good on Instagram. I don't know it that well. That's the problem. Let's just Google you. AMS 31st Night Studios. Okay, 31st. 31st dash night dash underscore, not dash. Shoot. All right, so we need to do underscore. There we go. Underscore. Yeah, give me a second, Angela. What's up? You want to go someplace?
Yeah, I was gonna try and get her guy.
Okay.
Because they close at 5.
Why are they closing so early?
I'm not sure.
What time is it now? All right, we're leaving 15 minutes. 15 minutes, I promise. We're out the door. You hear that, guys? I got to go somewhere in 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to allow her to punch me right in the face if I don't do it. So, let's see. Google, enter. All right, 31st. Okay, here we are. I think I found you right away. That works for me. Come on, go there. All right, see it on Instagram. Let's do this. I'm going to hit you. Now, wait a minute. Is that you? That says Street Studios. That's not it. That can't be it. Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't see the underscores. Hold on. Let me try that again. You got to let me know what. Come on, I need to put this in here. This is going to drive me nuts. Where do I go here? Which one are you? This is a Google search. Is this you here? No, I don't think I do have Reddit. Are you talking to me, Crusher? All right, let me check this out. Is this it? Is that what we're looking at here? All right, let me blow this out. Nice. Now, do you make your own mask, or are you doing your overhauling? Are these your masks? Yeah, custom ground up skull. Okay, cool. Let me click on a picture here. I want to get a zoomed in picture here. I want to find one that's ah. Is that a latex? Is this latex here, or is that because of the color? It's making me think that it looks like urethane rubber. Custom ground up skull. Yeah, see now you got your logo in here. That's pretty cool. I'm looking at your logo here. That is urethane, right? Yes. So you're doing the same process. That's awesome, man. I'm glad I'm not the only one doing that. Yes, urethane master copy. This way you don't lose the size, your original size of your sculpture. That's the whole point of using urethane, because urethane doesn't shrink. Latex will shrink up to like 2 inches, sometimes 3, from your original sculpture, and you want to keep that original size. So I like your logo here, man. That's really nice. I like that 31st with the knife. Sorry, my hand's jaded. I really like that. That's nice. Maybe you can help Crusher out. Where can he get? He lives in Puerto Rico. Where can Crusher get latex? The closest place for him to get latex, mask latex. I don't know if they sell it in. Yeah, this is cool, man. I like your. Now, is this Instagram? These pictures, what are they on? Because I'm in Google right now. It's just images. That's where I'm at, but I'm not really on your website or anything. Do you have a website? Yeah, I think Crusher, you're going to have to probably really research that in your area first. I would try to get it in Puerto Rico before you try and ship it in there, because it's a lot of weight. You're looking at it's 40 pounds for 5 gallons. That's how much your bucket weighs, and 40 pounds importing it from other, I mean, even though that you're still part of the United States, shipping it from the United States over there would probably be a nightmare. It's going to cost money. I just posted Instagram. Oh man, come on, go away. Okay. They're the only 3 sources you use. So I have a website. I haven't like started really using it yet. And it's because I want to start using, I want to do more custom masks, not just Michael Myers. But I have to get through this Michael Myers phase first. I've got now I really like this. This is my favorite mask right here, guys. That's nice. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture. Nope, guess I can't. It jumped into, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is Reddit. Okay, cool. All right, but I lost the picture. I guess I didn't go far enough. Yeah, I'm waiting for that someday. Michael versus Jason. Let's have a real Michael versus Jason movie come out. That would be really cool. The night he came to Crystal Lake. That would be so cool. Yeah, I'm into that. I can't go back, so it opened up another page. Yeah, I like this. This masquerade here is, and I'm not talking about the blood either. I'm not talking about the blood. I'm just talking about the features and everything. Now, is that different from any of these here, or is that the same mask? This looks about, that one looks like, that one does look like that one there. So, being, with saying this, AMS, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing your mask making? AMS, I'm 60 years old. I've been around the block a few times, but this isn't what I never did mask making up until COVID. I used to do relief carvings in wood. That was that's what I did. It's the Deviant. Okay, Deviant. You're 45. Hey, well, welcome to being old. It sucks. That's all right. Wait till you hit 60. You'll wish you were 45 again. I didn't have the pains and the aches or any of that stuff until I hit around 56. I hit 56, the wheels started falling off. Everything started to hurt. Let's see. I want a good shot of the Deviant. You think? You think I do need to get on Instagram? I think I have Instagram. Let me double check. See, I have my YouTube. Now I'm going to turn you on to this. Crusher, you're still on with me, right? It's called Brick in the Yard. All right. Now this is the type of this is Brick in the Yard, Biddy Mold. Brick in a mold supply. There's the phone number. Freeze. I'll go still as I can. And that's who you want to reach out to. All right, take a snapshot of that. Brick in the Yard, mold supply. Molding, casting, special effects. And tell Mitch DJ Styles sent you from Custom Corpses. Mitch is the guy that's always on the videos. There's another guy that usually handles things too. So, but Mitch does all the videos for the and all their products are Polytech. They use Polytech, Platsil, gel, silicones, and like let me see. Let me go with the polyurethanes, urethane rubbers. Yeah, let me check to see if I can get Instagram. Polyurethane rubbers. All right, well, there you got a still shot of where I get my products. And you ask me, when you talk to Mitch, tell him what you're doing, and he'll recommend what to get for whatever project you're working on. Crusher. All right, let me try to go to Instagram. All right, I'm just going to go right up in here. I thought I had an Instagram. I think I do on my phone. That's what I think I... Continuous Custom Corpses, yes. Okay, I won't show that. Okay. Here I am here, guys. So how do I get you on here? I need to find you. I don't really know how to use Instagram. Let me search your page, and then I'll follow. Oh boy, what was it called again? Hold on. Smooth Lawn's another good company. Yes, I would say they're both the same. Smooth Lawn's a little more expensive though, but I like their silicones for mold making. Their silicone molds the mold making silicone from Smooth On is a lot better. It's just different. Different. Pretty much, they're all about the same price. Hold on, let me find your text where you said, believe it or not, AMS, you're the first person I saw other than myself using the urethane rubber. Okay, there you are. You're the first person, 31st. Underscore. There you are there. Gotcha. Now I'm going to follow you. Right? Where's the follow button? Huh. Nice. Now we're talking. Now I get better pictures. Yes. Nice mask. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Just out of curiosity, how much are you charging for your masks? You better not post that on here. Second thought, you might have to message me that on Instagram. But how do I follow you here? How am I going to... Plus? Hit the plus on here? Is that what that is? Create a new post, drag photos. No, that's not what I want. No. Okay, close. Cancel. All right. Maybe I already follow, you think? Yeah, if I'm seeing your pictures, I guess. Hold on, let me look on my... How do you look for... See, I don't know anything about this. Let me go to my... Let's go home. No, it doesn't look like because look, I only have like... I don't even follow these people, and I'm never on here. Man, I hate the shaking, my hand's shaking. Follow request. I don't know. These guys have all asked me to I'm going to follow them all. I don't care. Maybe you are on here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. The list is growing. Sorry for not knowing what the hell I'm doing here, but maybe, no, you're not on here. So let me see. See all suggestions. I don't see your logo. I know all these people, so I'm gonna. Why is it not giving me the option to follow you? My God, I have all these people that have been reaching out to me, and I haven't really been paying attention to Instagram. Okay. We need to figure it out here. I got to figure out how do I follow? How come it's not giving me the option to follow you? No, it says I'm following you. But how come it doesn't show? Huh. It doesn't show on the... Yeah, your mask gives me a lot. It reminds me of the original Halloween 2, 1981. It gives me it looks so much like that. And it's a nice mask. I really like this one. Is that the same? It's a nice mask. Yeah, see now. Now, is that mohair that you're using? Yeah, the H2. I figured that. It was the H2, the original 1981 H2. Yeah, I like that. I like this one here. I like the H2 too. See, what I tried to do with my sculpture is give you the best of all worlds. It is mohair. Yeah, now see, does look better. The mohair definitely does look better than the stuff that I have. I'm gonna have to order mohair. And the thing is, the mohair is cheaper, but you got to dye it. Oh, what color dye are you using? Not to be too. What color dye do you use, AMS? Crusher, are you able to see his Instagram? Mohair, yeah. What color dye are you using for the? Send me the colors of your dye, if you can. AMS. Because the mohair that I have, see that bag back here? That's mohair. I have mohair back here, and this is all fin top stuff here, and that's the mohair. But it's all white. I can't get it in any color. It's all the only way I can get it is white through that company. But what color do I dye it? Hey, like I said, I'm new to the mask making business by far. I'm still learning from guys, so. Okay, let me do that. Let's do that. Yeah, because I know, we don't want to share that live. Some do, some don't. I don't really hold nothing back. But if oh man. Let's see, we need to go back. And I'm going to send you a message. All right. That's Nick Molpagano, but how come I don't see you on my... Oh, 31st. Okay, 31st. That's... There you are. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, all right, so... And I won't... I'll turn away from the thing. You guys can look at the mask while we're doing this. I don't want to share your information. All right, what kind of hair? No, what color dye? What? No, that's not it. DYE. Really? Okay, I sent it to you there. Huh. that's really weird. How come I'm not getting... I didn't see your response.
Johnny,
You!
where do you want this rent?
Where do I want what?
This rent money I got for you.
Oh, all right. Yeah, just put it right. Actually, Sue's awake. Just give her a nudge. She just give it to her. I'm just trying to learn how to use Instagram.
Instagram? Angel's also on Instagram.
I'm gonna get her to show me. 31st, I guess. I don't. How do I? All right, look. See, I had to put this back up, but I can't retrieve the message.
What are you trying to do here?
Oh, wait a minute.
TJ Instagram?
All right, Aaron. Hey. I'm just gonna put what color, and then send it to you. There you go. All right. See, now it did send. It sent. Okay, now I understand how that works. Oh, I love Nick Malpagano. He's awesome, man. Nick's a really good guy. He's helped me out a lot through the years. You know, I ordered his how to make a mask, Michael Myers mask years ago, probably like 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's always been on the back of my mind of getting into this business. Okay, I see. Use it on your phone. So I'll probably do the same thing. Did you send me a message? No, you did. It says, got it. You said, got it. You just send me a color of what color it is. I won't share that. I won't put it up there. So I don't want anybody to see that. So if it's something you don't want shared, I don't do that to people. If it's something you don't want anybody to know, then I won't reveal it. The things I learn, I share with everybody, only because I'm new to it. I'm no expert. I'm just, I'm learning as I go. And guys like Nick Malpagano and they make a living doing this. And, this is what they do. This is not really what I do. This is what I plan to do for my retirement. But it's not something where I don't know. I don't believe in doing something that will hurt somebody else in their business, especially when they help you so much. And at the same time, like when he showed me something like techniques, what I'll do is I'll take that technique and I'll come up with a okay, I see it. I won't share that. All right, good enough. All right, what type of dye are you using? Just curious. You just let me know the type, because I got different ones. I got an acid dye. Nice. Okay. I'm seeing his information, guys. I don't want to share that. Gotcha, man. That's simple enough. I'm going to take a picture of it on my phone when I stop the live broadcast. So, what's up, Crusher? I see you on Instagram now, so let's do this. I got to get Angela, my daughter, she's supposedly a whiz with this. Now I want to follow you. I see you. Am I following you already? Yeah, I'm already following you. What the heck's going on here? I'm like, I didn't realize I was following everybody. I guess maybe it's linked to my Facebook and all that stuff, and every time I follow or I unfollow, I don't know. I don't know how this works. Look, like I said, I'm 60 years old. I'm not a whiz with computers. I know just what I need to know to get by. And obviously I need to know more. So that's kind of funny, guys. AMS Studios, thank you so much for the info. I am going to go back to that message because I want to take a snapshot of that. I don't want to lose that. So I am following you, Crusher, which yeah, because it says unfollow, and I don't want to unfollow you. So that's cool. Sure, I'll share anything with you. Look, like I said, everything I learn, I kind of really share with everybody. I do, because this is not an easy business, and nobody can copy your art. I see when I made my sculpture here, I wanted it to look like several different masks. I wanted it to look like the original 78. I bulged out these sides here to give it the flashback look. What else was there? I widened the eye cuts this way, and brought them back further to make it look like that original 1982. And then the eyebrow positions are made to look like the cover art of the Halloween 4 and 5. The scowl, the same thing. It has its own mask. I didn't make something to look exactly like any one mask. This is the best of all worlds. That's what I think that my mask is, my sculpture. Let me roll over it so you can see it more dead on. See, that gives you this is damaged because I got to repair it. But the damage isn't that bad. Oh, thank you so much. Maybe we'll do a swap. I'll send you a blank. You send me a blank, and we'll do a. You can do mine up, and I'll do one of yours up, and a paint job and hair job. What do you think? Can we do that? Would that be fun? We'll just do a swap. No money. No money. We don't need to know any money. I never do that with guys that are in the business. I'm not going to. I always swap, and I because I always want to see what it looks like when somebody else that's really good does up my mask. We'll get together, AMS, and we'll share each other information. It's going to take me a few weeks before I can get this in production, because I've got to do the master copies. I want to make sure that they're done and it's there, and I can make my new mold that I'm going to be casting this. And also, since you're going to get a mask, AMS, and we're going to swap like that, what size do you want? I have a 27 and a 25. I don't go any smaller than a 25. Might be like 25 and a quarter or something like that. The 27's the big one. Oh, hell, AMS, you're right outside of Philly? Shit, I'm in South Jersey. I'm in Cape May Courthouse. Damn, man, you ought to come. You ought to come for a visit. Come down to the shore. I got a spare room. Stay here, and you want to go to the beach? Go for it. I hang out. We'll have to get to know each other. That'd be pretty cool. Not that far away. I live down here in Cape May. So that's really cool. Small world, ain't it, man? You're not that far away. 70 miles, if that. That's pretty cool. And we get together and actually put our heads together and do some cool stuff. 24.5. It's 25.5. I couldn't. My the latex that I'm getting, it shrinks an average of just 2 inches, depending on how thick it is. If you do a thin casting, it doesn't shrink as much. If you do a thick casting, your latex really shrinks up to like 2 inches. Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to look at your Instagram now. I'm going to look at all the masks and all the pictures. I didn't want to share your info or the stuff that you shared with me. So, anyway, I appreciate that so much because I think I'm going to stick with the mohair. Use RD407. I'm not sure what that is. I got to go take my daughter to the store before that place closes. So I am going to bounce off of here, guys, and I'm going to reach out to you. Crusher, thank you so much again. Once again, my friend, I will send you a mask because you won one a while back. I forget what we did. I just did something off the fly, and Crusher won. And he won a mask. So Crusher gets a mask. And he's so loyal. He comes on here every time I'm on. Sometimes he can't, but most times he's always on here. So I want to thank you, Crusher, and it's an honor for you to have my mask on your shelf. And I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to say peace to you guys, and I know I got 6 people on, and I don't know who everybody is, but I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this live feed. And I know I'm doing most of just talking right now, but it's because I'm kind of hurry up and waiting for things to dry. I have to go get that latex mask and bring it in before the sun gets to it. Well, don't go that far. Don't ever, because there's always somebody out there that's got a mask that looks even better, and it's okay. It's that's what we do, and I want to see somebody do original stuff. Try to do your mask. Put your own little twist to it. You know what I mean? Always have your own little twist to it. My version, the reason why I did mine the way I did it, like I said, is I wanted to compile all the versions that I thought were the best look for Michael Myers. And I like attitude. The Myers mask doesn't look good without the attitude, and it does have the attitude. I know that everybody says, well, it's not an expression. I don't buy that. Michael Myers is evil. He has a little bit of an attitude expression on his face. I always thought that, or at least that's what I like in a Michael Myers mask. So that's what I sculpted. And sure, I used a lot of pictures from a lot of different masks, and even the original and even the H2, 1981. I used a little bit of that concept. It's everywhere. So that's what I did with mine. But I want to say peace, love yous all. Hit the subscribe, share the content, spread the word. Um, Crusher, you're getting a mask. AMS, me and you got to get together. You're not that far away, man. We need to get together. And we're almost, well, we're not quite the same age, but, we're close. We're old guys. That'd be fun. Be a fun day to hang out. We'll pick a day. I'm off the entire summer. So if you can make it down here, that'd be great. If you can't, maybe I shoot up to your place. We'll have to share that info. Sound good, buddy? AMS, nice to talk to you, man. Like I said, everybody, hit the like, subscribe. Definitely hit the like button. Apparently, I guess YouTube loves those like buttons. And I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel in time for when I retire in 2 years. And this way I'm making a little bit of income on my channel as well. This way, you know, it's when you retire, you're not getting a lot of money, but you know, everything helps. Anyway, I want to thank you guys again for following me and following me through my learning curves and my mistakes. And keeping it real, man. Keeping it real. That's what you got to do. Be honest, you know, be yourself. And as Alan Hoppe says, go make stuff. Go make stuff. Love that drop. I love that drop. I wouldn't use it myself if it wasn't already being used. But I thank you again. Peace, guys. I've got to bounce. I got to take my daughter. She's going to shoot me. All right. Have a good day and have a great week.